any call comes in, just end the call. So like this, we are like on all our social media channels.
Okay. So have you shared it to the Twitter, I mean, the WhatsApp group so people
Tell
can.
them, tell them.
Now your phone will vibrate.
Could you share the link with me so that I can share it? Oh, okay.
Just
Perhaps,
go to our
okay.
YouTube channel.
Yes, take back Nigeria.
You give me continuity, yeah.
You can see it streaming.
And now I'm moving, and I've been a reason that there's not a feeling. I used to be content, and I believe, oh, I'm not a feeling. You make me say, oh, God. You better work on it, oh, God. I just want to say thank you. 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 Hallelujah. Hosanna. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hosanna. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. Hallelujah. Hosanna. Want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. Just want to say thank Hello, sir. I've seen it, sir. Yes, sir. I'm on the page now. I opened this since. Immediately we finished talking, I was on the page. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You've posted in the team group.
Yes, sir.
Don't hold the phone like or can
You know, sometimes some people see incompetence, they want to believe that I am like them. Make me vex and let's go play for me.
I ready. Good morning and welcome to Brothers FM on 90.5. I'm Elia, and on this very wonderful Saturday special, we're bringing to you a very special program. Of course, it has to do with each and every one of us. And the electoral process ahead of the 2023 general election. And we have in the studio with us here, he is the co-convener of Take Back Nigeria movement. Is a holy blessing. It's wonderful to have you with us in the studio this morning.
Thank you.
All right. Now let me just go straight on and ask you this question. Considering I don't want to use the laid back attitude of youth concerning politics, except in specific roles, that is really not encouraging and doesn't look so good for the youth. I mean, how are you trying to mobilize and sensitize the youth to massively participate in 2023?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. And good morning, Makurdi. So we realized, we noticed is a problem really that young persons have not been actively participating in politics over time, right? There are so many reasons for that, which I would not like to go into. And I think one of the major reasons is that young persons feel that their votes don't count at the end of the day, right? So we've always believed that the political elite at the end of the day, they are going to falsify the election results and give you what they want. So, but just recently, the president signed an electoral bill, that brings a lot of transparency into the system. And that kind of sparked something. This time around, a lot of young persons now believe that their votes are going to count, right? So it is not going to be business as usual. There's something has shifted, and at the backdrop of the NSAS protest that happened, where young persons now believe that there's so much they can bring into the system, So because of that, we have decided that we are going to, that's why we're moving around. Actually, this is a radio tour, and what we're doing is to sensitize young persons and ask them to be part of the system, because nobody is going to fix this country for you, right? If you go to most of these countries we actually admire today, right? Most of them, we admire them because people worked hard to get to where they are, and most of the times it's actually the young persons of those systems or those countries that determine how. Because we have 60% population, 60% of our population in Nigeria. Yeah.
But you just said now, let me be your word. You said the narrative before us that whether the youth vote or their vote doesn't necessarily count.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, the political elite still do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Now, who do they use to perpetrate some of these things they do? Is it not still the youth who refuse to participate in politics?
Exactly. It is still the youth. But the thing is, because if, for example, I know that at the end of the day, even though I'm the youth, okay, let's look at it this way. You have a young man working hard, and then you hardly make even a million naira, after so much struggle and everything. And then you have this older generation offering you maybe 100 million, to help them and rig a system. The chances are that these young persons are going to get tempted, right? Considering the fact that they know that whether they agree to do it or not, these people will continue to rig the system, and still continue to perpetuate their evil. So because of that, you're not really going to blame the young people in total, for not agreeing to participate. Because if I know that at the end of the day, no matter what I do, so some people will feel like, okay, let's collect the money. Because whether I collect the money or not, these guys are going to find a way to rig the system and continue to perpetuate their evil in the system. So that's basically the problem as far as we are concerned. But right now, like I said, the electoral bill that was signed into law, what this bill is bringing into the table, is that, because most of the times where the rigging happens is not even where they are voting. After the voting, it is during the collation that is where most of the problem happens. That is where most of the falsification of results happen, right? So, but right now, INEC has made it in a way that as soon as the election ends in a particular polling unit, right, picture of that result is taken and uploaded to the portal. So because of that, the results we are getting on the portal will be used instead of whatever somebody is going to falsify at the end of the day.
Okay, now let me take you back to my question. What is the Take Back Nigeria movement doing in sensitizing the youth concerning 2023 election?
Okay, so what we are doing is, like I said, first of all, we are going around the country, right? Talking to people on radio like this. And what we're trying to do is to awaken the spirit, like come out. We have coordinators across board. We have coordinators in all the states. And we hold offline meetings. As a matter of fact, there's an offline meeting today in Makurdi, yeah? Yes, and it's going to hold at
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
And IBB score.
Okay, IBB score, yeah. So we have coordinators across board like this. We hold offline meetings, we sensitize people and help them get their PVC for those that don't have PVC. As a matter of fact, the honest truth is that even the young people have this PVC as against what people believe that young persons don't have PVC. Because if you look at the INEC database, it proves that even in INEC, right, about 60% of their own database still have young persons more, that have voters card in the system. But the problem is that we are now trying to activate these young people to come out because we now know that their vote is going to count, unlike what we used to have before. So the only thing you need to do is to cast your vote, ensure that you're there at the end of the process. Once they take the picture and upload to INEC database, it cannot be falsified again because we can now rely on INEC database to announce elections, unlike what we used to have before. So that is what we are going around to do, telling people that their vote counts. Because if your vote does not count, these persons are not going to pay 5,000, 10,000, or whatever money they are going to pay to have those votes. Do you understand? So that's why we're going around. We're doing a lot actually. We are engaging party leaders as well. To make it simple for candidates, credible candidates. Because our own is, if we can't get into the system right now as it stands, because personally, I've not seen the possibility of a young man, maybe someone in the...
Oh, you are campaigning for, the Take Back Nigeria movement.
Yeah.
You're not seeing the possibility
No,
of a young man.
No, hold on. You did not get where I'm going
go ahead.
I said I didn't see the possibility in 2023. We are
2023.
Yes, in this particular 2023, we do not see the possibility. Yeah. But we want to be able to power the next president, right? As young persons, we can decide that this is who is going to lead us if we come together. Because the honest truth is that these politicians are afraid of young people organizing. Yes, that is, they are afraid when young persons come together and they are speaking with one voice. It's evident during the NSAS, you could see that a lot of them were afraid. They even thought young persons wanted to overthrow the president.
All right, just hold on that thought because we'll be taking music time. Then when we come back, we'll continue on more concerning first the Take Back Nigeria movement and the participation of youth in politics.
Exactly.
So this is Adekunle Gold, One Woman. Enjoy the music. Your time is limited, so you need to be streamlined and focused on what you first of all just. So that's why I brought you back, and then
it's fine. It's fine.
You were going to come here and talk. You were not sure of the time of the meeting. That was not. You should have gotten all those details. Your meeting was for 4 today.
Okay. No, that's why. I understand what you're right. He's the coordinator, so.
But perhaps we will still have time to reiterate that.
Your voice is in chat now, so it's okay. Sometimes it happens.
4 p.m. at IBB Square.
4 p.m. IBB Square.
Yeah.
So you need to also tell all the young people listening to come.
Then you
yeah. Then you will take if
question.
You want to listen, you can put on the earphone. So if you want.
Do you understand? You understand what she's saying? If you want to listen to what maybe calls and all, you can also.
Okay.
Yeah, when the program
Then
while you are talking, stop moving the chair, speaking really bad.
Yeah.
The mic It's so sensitive. If you're at the door, you snap your finger, fix it. So
Oh, wow.
just try and limit your movement. Then no eating and touching the table too much.
Okay.
Then the phone number also. Make sure you.
That's what I want to write.
Let me. Think I
What
have-
number? Your own number.
Yeah, no, the state coordinator's number so that
Okay.
Just in case anybody wants to come, you understand,
you can reach
they can reach him in case.
the vendor.
Got it.
No, you will be the one to call it down. Not me.
No, I will. I'm
Okay,
saying
so hurry up. This one is about
070
070
68 55 7000.
Yeah, we are good.
And that's Adekunle Gold with the One Woman Man. Welcome to Saturday special on Brothers FM 90.5. I'm NIGO. And we've got with us here in the studio, of course, the convener of the Take Back, co-convener of the Take Back Nigeria movement, Ezio Poli Blessing. And we're talking about youth participation in politics today. And before we took this music break, of course, we had answered a few questions. And now, we understand that some youths or so many youths have their PVC, and sadly they are not using it. You know, because your votes, your PVC is your power. We're not using it. Most of the talks used by politicians today are youth. I did mention that earlier. Now, why do we young people, do you think, allow ourselves, although you did mention some financial incentive to be used for
Political talk.
toggery and a whole lot of other things, considering the future that if we do not participate in politics today, how do we learn to take over in future?
Exactly. Yes, you're right on that, and that's actually why we are doing this, right? Because we've identified that as a problem. Now, if you're a father, right, and you build a company of maybe $100 billion, you're not going to hand it over to your child simply because he's your child. You're going to look for someone that can manage that company. That's how it's supposed to be, right? So we realized that this older generation of politicians, they infiltrated the system when they were very young. If you look at all of them, from President Muhammadu Buhari to the likes of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, all of them, these people entered the system when they were young. Some of them in their 20s, some in their 30s, right? So, but if you look at the fact that they are still in the system today, shows lack of participation from the younger generation, right? We want that to change. We want to be part of the decision making, and you're not going to be part of the decision making until we have to be deliberate about it.
Okay, I was privy to a conversation by some young people who said that, see what nomination tickets, interest, form of interest, presidential, all these tickets, nomination forms are how expensive they are.
Yeah.
In essence of the world, the political elite are actually telling the younger generation that you can never be a part of this process.
Yes, it's one of the things we are talking about. That's why I said we also engage party leaders. We feel, in our opinion, that there's a deliberate decision. There's a deliberate policy by the older generation not to allow the young people. We don't want to fight about it. We want to engage them.
Are young people not card carriers of different political parties?
Yeah, there are some young persons that are card carrier members of different.
When certain decisions are made, where are the youths?
It's still one of the things we are talking about. So these people, on their own, right? They excluded us. They excluded young persons, right? Because let me give you a typical example. Most of the political parties, even their youth leaders are in their 40s. How can the youth leader? It's only the PDP where you have. Sorry. It's only in some of the parties where you have, some few parties where you have younger persons as their youth leader. Yes.
Okay, that was his statement. Of course, we don't stand by it, and we do not. We're not here about any political party.
Sure.
We're just here to talk about the youth in general in Nigeria, and how your Take Back Nigeria movement is going to bring them back into politics. Now, you were saying earlier that there's going to be a meeting somewhere at what time?
Yes, IBB Square by 4 today, right? By 4 today, IBB Square. So is going to be the Take Back Nigeria movement. Today, like I said, we are sensitizing young persons, and we are bringing them. We want every young person in this country to start participating in politics, because we believe that politics is this is its most critical. Every decision, everything you do today, both your business and whatever your school and everything, is affected by decisions and actions and inactions of these players in the system. So if we don't get involved, we will not be represented, right? If we have, and again, if we power, for example, a president into the system, then we have a sense of belonging that we are part of. We made it happen. Because if somebody becomes a president without the support of the youth, for example, the person might make anti-youth policies, and you're not going to blame them because you were never part of the system that brought them into power. But when you are part of it, then you have a sense of belonging. So when they are making decisions, they must bring it to table, right? Or you still use your power to bring them down. So that's what we want, to occupy our rightful position in the system, right? Which is powering the whole system, because we have the bigger population. Apart from the youth, is the women, right? So if the youth has the biggest population, then we should be able to use it rightly. Yes.
Okay, with that understanding now, of course, knowing that the youth are the greater population
Exactly.
in Nigeria, and about 60% card carriers are the youth,
Yes.
and are the highest in our country.
Exactly.
Now, how can they use this number to effect great political change if they participate?
Exactly. So here's the thing. One of the things, we have a target, right, as a movement. What we're trying to do is to build a credible database of 10 million Nigerian youth, at least, right? That
in a country of about 200
million
or more.
Yes.
I was saying 60%.
Yes.
So we're talking over 100 million.
Over 100 million, yes.
It's our youth, and when you're just talking 10 million.
Okay. So we are being realistic, right? If you look at the last election that happened in Nigeria, as much as 84 million people have voters card, only 29 or 28 million people voted, right? So which means there is voter apathy, hugely. Now, we know that even in those people that voted, at least about less than 50% of them are actually young persons. If you look at the statistics from INEC, most of the persons that have been voting in Nigeria are elderly people and stuff like that. Now, what we want to do is, can we have 10 million youths, at least, for a start, that are politically, like, these people are ready to fix their country, right? There is no
perspective of their political party.
Of course, we are not interested in political parties. Nigeria as a country needs people that can competent people that can fix the country. If you're in whatever party, right? But so long as you have the interest of the people and the young persons can trust you, we can vet you and trust you, right? Looking at least, let's use the record on the public domain. We know the offices you have occupied before. What did you do with it? Were there monies missing under you? Do you have integrity? Do you have youth policies that can, bring us into the system? So if we are able to get 10 million Nigerian youths that are this politically aware, we believe that there is no political party that will not be afraid of such numbers. So we now negotiate with them. Give us your best candidate. We are not interested in anything. You're right. We don't want, just give us your best candidate that we know can fix Nigeria, because we are tired. Some of us are really tired.
Now, based on what you're saying, if that can be achieved, then the youth will be a force to be
exactly. Then we can keep building on that. But we are saying that we can get 10 million before the 2023 election, right? And we're already doing that. Currently, we have at least 220,000 youths, right, that are already on our platform across Nigeria. Now, what we are going around to do is to sensitize more people. Come and join us. Come and be part of what we're doing, right? Because we keep building the numbers, right? And then we get to that number we're looking at.
Okay.
And
whether we like it or not, we've had younger people, some less than 40 or in their early 40s or 40s, who have held political powers, who have been voted into offices. And how would you rate the performance of those youth, or just such a person who held a political position and really didn't do well?
Okay, so the thing is, we are not saying that all youths are perfect or all youths are going to automatically, be the candidates you're looking at. Yeah. The honest truth is that it is, for me personally, it's not about making the young person the president. I said that before. What we are interested in is there are older people, there are young people that can fix Nigeria. And can we spot these people and use the youth population, right, to win the election, to fix them into the system? Let me give you an example. There's Paul Kagame, in Rwanda. He's in his 70s, but this man is doing well. Can we have people like that are not necessarily, we are not saying we should push the older generation away. What we are saying is, can we have people that truly believes in Nigeria and has the capacity? Because another thing is for you to love your country and then want to do something. Intentions does not translate to good governance in our opinion, right? It's another thing for you to have good intentions, but another one for you to be able to fix the problem itself. So if we're able to have those people, we identify them, then we can use the youth population. What we are advocating for is for young persons to be politically aware and get into the system and be part of the system.
You know, one of the things that we young people are very good at is sitting down in groups and complaining and posting on social media, and yet you refuse to
and blaming the president and the governors, for all the wrong reasons. Yes. So we've decided that we're not going to be part of those complainers anymore, right? We now want to be part of the solution. That is what Take Back Nigeria movement is about. We want to be part of the solution of fixing Nigeria, by mobilizing the youth energy into.
All right, we're opening the phone lines now. So the number for you to call to be a part of the program is 090 7333 7045. 090-7333-7045, and you can also send your SMS to us on 091-3445-0734. Now, do remember the number for you to call is 090-7333-7045, and to make a contribution concerning this. And the first question that I'm going to be asking you is that how can Nigerian youth participate more effectively in Nigerian politics to make it the great nation or the greater politics that we're hopefully looking forward to? The phone lines are open. You can call us now, and we're ready to pick a call. Of course, do remember that the co-convener of Take Back Nigeria movement is Okoli Blessing is here with us, and he's been enlightening us concerning the roles, youth participation in politics. So with that, let's pick this call, and here who's giving us a call. Hello. Good morning. Tell us your name or where you're calling from. All right, Godwin behind Vatia College. Great to hear from you. Go straight on and tell us your contribution. Can you hear now?
Ownership 50,000. Because these old people, they carry these things up so that you will afford it to buy. Because when you expect your father have money before you do this thing, they need give us chance to participate in politics because my them and their children. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I haven't heard that. What do you have to say concerning that?
It's part of our mandate as a movement to engage the party leaders into slashing these prices, right? In most cases, that is part of the things we've identified that as a problem. Honestly, those monies are on the high side. You cannot tell a young person in maybe around 30 years to cough out 50 million just to buy a nomination form to be a governor. Yes, in our opinion, that's on the high side, and then we are engaging party leaders into making sure that these things don't happen going forward, right? Yes, but we can't wish that away. We can't how do I put it? The only way we can do that is to engage them.
All right, let's pick more calls on here. Who's giving us a call? 090-7333-7045 is a number for you to call to make a contribution concerning, of course, the participation of youth in politics. Now, the fact is, are we ready to take the mantle of leadership?
Yeah.
Are the youth of Nigeria ready? And because if you see sometimes a man who's a youth at 40, and he's still,
struggling to even survive.
It's not even about just the survival. Some of them are ready to just take the back role and not be in the forefront and push politics forward for the favor of Nigerians. Now let's pick this call. Hello. Hello. Hello? All right, call back if you can, because we can obviously hear you, but you can't hear us. I've got a few more minutes to go, so let's hear who's giving us about 090 733 is the number for you to call. Hello? Hello? Good, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Northbank.
Okay, go ahead with your contribution.
You know, the reason why some of youth are not ready to participate in politics is that, for example, you are a hustler and there are office that.
Okay, sorry about that. I would have loved to hear what you had to say.
Exactly.
I think network cut you off, but the phone line is still open. So let's hear more phone calls from you. 090 733 7045. Hello. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, this is NK calling from my level.
All right, great to hear from you. Go straight on with your contribution.
Yes, it's very important. I like this movement because we find that the youth are more focused on social media than reality. So, as a country, that the youth are not already aware that the politics is their thing. All they want is the money they get from this older generation. And then sit down and write on social media about how the country is getting worse. It's really not a country with a youth of vision. If we as youth have vision, we realize that all the ringing of election are done by youth. The military system outside by youth. The public youth. So at the end of the day, when election is going wrong or anyhow, we the youth suffer. And we have to, at the end of the day, go on social media to condemn the system. Okay, why not organize ourselves? Forget about what these old people have already designed, because this design is not designed as started today. It's a long time design. So it's our duty to break it. Most of this older generation start enjoying this power at their youth. So why don't we take it our own time? Like the person they are saying, during the NSAS movement, yes, they were scared before it. But after the orders, it became a normal thing. So now election is at the corner now. Party nomination fund is reaching 100 million and the rest of them. An average youth that have 100 million in our country is likely to see for their boy right? So how then do you have that opportunity to even try the party fund before you look at contest?
You have
So
30 seconds.
it's our own responsibility. We don't have any excuse. For me, I feel we don't have excuse. Because if we really have excuse, then you shouldn't risk your life, correct?
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. Like you said, he spoke quite a lot.
Exactly.
So wrapping up on the program, finally, what do you have to say to the youth?
Okay. So finally, I just want to tell the young persons, don't sit back, right? Join us, right? If you like what we're doing, please join us. There's a meeting today, IBB Square by 4 p.m., right? You come and then we intimate you into what we are doing. We have a website, www.takebackniger.org.ng. takebackniger.org.ng. Please be part of what we're doing, and then we believe that by this way we'll get back our country and then be part of what politics. Thank you.
All right, here's your colleague Blessing. We say thank you very much for being here with us on Saturday special this morning.
Thank you.
And to all our listeners, stay connected to the dial of 90.5 Brothers FM, because a whole lot of other goodness are coming your way. And right now, this is Yanya with Holy Water. Enjoy the song and stay tuned.
Hello.